guys, thank you for welcome back to my channel, Relentless. I'm Brendan Sills, and I'm glad that you're here today. I'm glad I get to share some things. I hope you guys had a really good Memorial weekend. I sure did. I got to spend some time with my family. I enjoy it. Today I was thinking this weekend is, what is some reasons that some people are successful than others, right? And I'm not just talking about financially successful, right? But successful people typically, money follows successful people. It typically does, but not necessarily in the realm of finances and money. Is what are some things that that successful people have that make them successful? What are the habits? What are some of the things that they do that other people don't, right? More the people who are not successful where they want to be in life, and maybe where they're at or who they want to be. And so I was starting to think, okay, what are some traits? And there's plenty of it, guys. There's plenty of information out there. But I listed 4 things that I read on Business News Daily at their website. They made some good points. They talked about why are some people more wealthy than others or successful than the others. And there's typically 4 traits and more, the traits and habits that these successful people do. And if you follow these things, or at least work on these issues, you be more successful where you're at, and you start improving your life. One of them is, it says to set ambitious goals and act on them. I mean, guys, let's be honest. We have these yearly resolution things every year. You know, we do sometimes set goals, but the problem is we don't act upon them, right? Like me and my wife, we had a hard discussion about we want to lose weight. Well, it's hard to lose weight if you're not working out, you're not eating the right foods to eat, because you have to act upon it. It's not just, oh, I want to lose weight, or I want to do this, I want to do this. But if you don't put the work into it, if you don't actually set the goal. Now, if you fail, that's a different thing, because at least you're trying, right? But if you don't do anything at all, you're not going to be successful. It's just an idea. You know, it's gonna die with you. It's not going to go anywhere. And me and our wife this morning as well, we wanted some donuts, we wanted some heavy creamer in our coffee, but we said, no, we're going to lose weight. And we're going to eat healthier, to feel healthier. And it's a struggle. It's a hard, difficult thing. And working out as well. It's put it in action, right? A gun or car, any object you can think about, right? A ship or a plane or a boat or whatever. If it doesn't move, it's just sitting there. It's nothing. It's a big paperweight. The same thing with your idea. It's just sitting in your mind. It's not going anywhere. It's a big waste. It's a waste of energy to make all this list you're going to do. If you don't act upon it, you're not going to be successful. And another one too as well is just to have mentors. The second one is to have mentors, right? So guys, not everybody, I understand, can have mentors. We all can have mentors, and I get that. I did have a lot of mentors for a very long time, but we have the resource. We have internet. We have YouTube. There's a lot of articles. There's books. There's a lot of material that we can use that can replace a mentor. Yes, is it good to find a personal mentor? Absolutely, we should seek for that. But I understand that certain people in certain places may not have that environment to do that. But create that environment, right? By reading books, by looking at resources and looking at people who are successful and trying to follow their steps, right? And personally, that was for me. So, like I said, I never had a philosophy professor to teach me philosophy. So I started teaching myself philosophy. Start reading the books. Start looking at the heavy hitters in philosophy, and doing online free, courses they have on YouTube and stuff. And start reading. And I became very proficient in philosophy because I put in the time and find a few philosophers that I enjoy and start reading them and start reading the material. And starting to enjoy who they are as a person as well. But I never met the person. But in that area, and not just that. Another example for me is doing real estate. I don't have a lot of mentors in real estate. However, I do have resources like YouTube. Certain people like Brandon Turner. He's really, very good. I love his real estate stuff. I don't know the guy personally, but I love his style. I read his stuff. I watch his YouTube videos. I write down notes. So in a sense, he's a mentor to me. But I don't have a personal relationship with it. But I encourage you guys to find a personal mentor in every area you want to be in, whatever you want to do. Another one it says in here says, they are not afraid for failure. Now, this was a big issue for me. I can see this for a fact in my life that even in sports, relationships, I was so scared to fail that I never pushed myself. I never saw how much I can take, how much or where I can go, and what I can do, because I was always scared to fail. I know I said this in the last video, and it's absolutely true. I was driving to a job for a supervisor job. I never had a supervisor on my resume ever. So I felt like, man, I'm not going to get it, because I never was a supervisor at all, not even a lead. And so I was a little bit late. I was actually looking for an exit to just turn around and said, screw it, I'm not going to get it. And so I said, you know what, fine, I'm just going to go anyway, just go through it. I know I'm not going to get it. I went to the job, interviewed very well, came out, called me literally 4 hours later, said, you got the job. And I was shocked. I was like, wow. And I was so scared to do it. But I come that fear, and because of that, I entered me into my career as a leader and as a supervisor. I've been a supervisor for I think 7 years now. So because I wasn't afraid, but so many times I allowed fear in my heart. I allowed fear to take captive of me, and maybe frozen in my career, frozen as being a dad, frozen as being a husband. Fear will destroy. If you allow the fear of failure destroy you, you're not going to go anywhere. You have to be able to take chances, guys. It's all about risk, all right? You don't understand it. And here's a good point too, guys. If you don't do anything, it's still a risk, right, guys? It's all a risk. And like Jim Rohn said one time, and I know I say his name sometimes, but Jim Rohn, he says, life is risky, right? Because you're not going to make it out alive, right? Everything's risky. You got to take the chance and make it. And then I know it. That's why a lot of people who made tons of business in the past, who failed, but kept going, and finally found that business that works and it clicks. It takes time. Failure is just a stepping stone to success. It really is. I promise you guys, that's what it is. And I've seen in my life today, I made tons of mistakes, but I feel joy knowing that if I made a mistake, I know where to go. If you don't, hey, Brendan, I don't know what to choose, A or B. Well, choose B. And if it's wrong, then if that's wrong, A was right. And then the answer quickly. We can't be riding the fence all the time and being fearful of failing, right? Failing is part of success. It's the building blocks. And then the other one is the understand the value of time. Now, guys, this one hits me hard as well too. Even still today, that's one of the biggest struggles. And somebody who struggles with ADD, man, this is a huge area for me. I sometimes time goes right out the window with me, especially if I'm doing fun with the kids or stuff like that. If I read something, time just flies. But I think time management is huge. I mean, think about this. I would encourage you to write down how many hours that you waste. Really, like if you're on Facebook, Netflix, YouTube, or on flipping on your phone, write down how much time you spend on that. And if you have an iPhone, for example, I know I have an iPhone, they keep track. There's a thing that actually keeps track of that, and it has convicted me. There's times when I've been on Facebook for hours throughout the day, right? And YouTube or something like that. And then you look at weekly, it will say you've been on social media for 14 hours. My goodness, 14 hours? And it has before, 14 hours. Can you imagine 14 hours putting myself into a book or watching videos that educate myself on a certain topic or a certain place, and that will make me more successful, make me have better income, right? Or better relationships with my wife. If that 14 hours that I put in reading real estate or making YouTube videos or business ideas or do things that are related to your field to make you more expert. Imagine 14 hours a week. So that's one thing, guys. Use your time management quite right. Plan it out. The first and the fourth one are kind of go together, right? Setting goals. That's part of doing it, right? You have time. Okay, here's a week. This is what I need to get done, and this is how much time I have, right? For me, for example, I work 12 hours almost every single day, and I work Monday through Saturday most weeks. So I have to work out, spend time with my family, do devotions with my family, spend time with my wife, and still try to invest in my side hustle, still trying to equip myself for my job, and get the other errands that I have to do in my life. It's a hard issue. I sleep maybe 6 hours a day, and it leaves me about 4 hours or so a day before I have to go to work. So I work like a second shift. So yeah, it's difficult. But if I don't sit there and plan goals and set my times and set appointments for myself and understand that waste my time and understand the points of value of time that I have, makes a difference. It is sacrificial. It is difficult, guys. Please, guys, understand it is difficult. But if you can learn to time management your life, and I don't say you have to do it in a I have to macro manage this to a hardcore, but just set something, right? Set something in motion. If you know you have to read certain books, if you know you have to have certain meal plans, you start making a schedule, right? And if you mess up, that's fine, right? If you fail, that's fine, because at least you're starting. At least you're beating 92% of the people in the United States who don't do it. So just start putting a plan, a meal plan, a work plan, a study plan. Guys, set some goals. Put some time in there, guys. Don't be scared to fail. And I promise you, it will make a difference. And it will lead you successful. Success leaves clues, guys. Absolutely true. I've heard this from friends who are successful. I read this in different books. It's true. Success leaves clues. You got to follow the clues, guys. I'm not saying the clues are easy to do. It's not, right? That's why they're successful and some people are not. Most often, right? So I just want to encourage you guys with this is a big deal. If you guys want to be successful, if you want to push it to the next level, if you want to be a better dad or anything, you want to be move up to management, or you want to start your own business, or you want to be a better wife, or you want to play particular sports. These are some things you can start with, guys. This is a starting point, right? There's so much. It's a starting point. So, guys, set goals. Find a mentors, or find use your resources. And don't be scared of failing, and understand the value of time, because here's the thing, you cannot earn time back. You can't buy time, right? It is what it is. So if you lose it, it's gone forever. And you got to focus on the moment in the future of where you're going, right? And just last thought with this, guys, think it as a roadmap, right? When you need to go somewhere, you find the destination, you see how far you have to go, you have the map, you might make some wrong turns, which is okay. You get to somebody who knows the way, right? You try to find who's been on that road before, ask them directions, and you understand the time that it has to get there. It's time sensitive, right? It's hard to get to here to California. Say I'm in Iowa and you go to California. It's hard to get there on a good timely manner if you're so distracted with the things on the side of the roads. Oh, let's stop here, let's stop here. You'll never get there, right? So you have to focus your energy on your time management, and you will be a better successful person. So I hope you guys learned some things today. I know sometimes I talk very fast, which is fine. I'm a very fast talk person, and if you need to slow it down, I'm sure on YouTube I think you can slow it down. Just joking aside. So guys, yeah, if you want to go ahead and subscribe down there below. I will create more videos, more help videos, but like I said, I will also get some politics stuff. I like to talk about a lot of things here on Relentless. I just like to talk about tons of things. So, guys, thanks for watching my video, guys. I really appreciate it, guys. I hope you learned something today. I know I did reading this stuff, and it's the books I keep on reading. And I'll mention some of the books I've read, so maybe you guys can start picking it up and reading it too, and start changing your life. Leave a comment too, guys. Please go ahead and leave a comment, okay? Don't, leave some comments. Share your thoughts, maybe successful stories or something you guys went through. I would love to hear it, guys. Everybody's opinion matters, regardless if it sounds silly or not. Just go ahead and leave a comment. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys later.